Minions 1 made over $1 billion. Yes, $1 billion. It sits at the 22nd highest grossing movies of all time. So with that in mind, I had to go see the second one. So I pulled up. Minions Rise of Gru. May Senpai pulled up. My little brother pulled up. So did my older brother and his girl. We was all going in there because we had to see what this movie was about. And before we get into it, I need to let you know I have a hatred for Illumination. Anything Illumination, I just never liked it. Mostly it was just the animation. Like, I just thought it was so just so weird. Like, it was weird. Respectfully, it looked lazy. Because when I grew up, I had, like I said, I named Finding Nemo, Toy Story, I had Kung Fu Panda. These were all animated masterpieces. So my bar was already high. And then Illumination usually lets me down until I went to go see Sing 2. And Sing 2 it gave me a little bit of hope because that movie wasn't garbage. So I was like, I bet I'll pull up to this one, see what it's like. Because I was skeptical, and you probably are too if you're watching this video. I grabbed my bowl of popcorn, I sat down, and I watched that entire movie start to finish. When I tell you that the crowd of kids was crazy. The kids were cheering before the movie even started. The kids in that theater thought this was Endgame. This is there in Spider-Man No Way Home. And then when I go to sit down to the movie, there's a guy with his girl. And this man is in a full suit. He is in a suit and tie. Bro, that's doing the absolute most. Like, that's doing the absolute most. So that just shows you the energy that was in this theater. I mean, they seemed hyped. So I was like, all right, if y'all hype, let me get a little hype. So I gave a little clap, all right, and I was like, let's see how this goes. And then I got to the end of the movie. And I realized this was a cinematic masterpiece. It changed how I see cinema. It changed my life. I walked out that theater a different man. It changed everything about me and my being. Like, I didn't hate it. It was like kind of good. Like, I was just expecting it to be like, oh, it's the Minions doing Minion things. You know what I'm saying? Like the first one that made $1 billion, but it actually had like a story, like that was like coherent and you could follow. I had the lowest expectations for this movie. So the fact that it had a coherent story blew my mind. Like, there was a few times that like I actually laughed. Like, I laughed. Like, it was kind of funny. Like, I was teeing ha. Like, I was doing my thing. Like, I liked it. This movie kind of had like a 70s theme that I was rocking with. We got to see black hair animated. You know what I'm saying? It was amazing. It was beautiful. But black characters, bro, can never stay black. Why is that such a thing in animated movies, bro? Why can't black people just stay black? Why do we have to turn into a beast or like a ghost or like a monster? Like, we can't just stay black from start to finish? Is that too much to ask? Is that too much to ask? Is that too much to ask? Asking for a black character that stays black is just too much to ask when we're being too greedy and too selfish. The pacing was so fast that it was like, it made me think. It was just like, look how our society has gotten here. I just think of TikTok and Instagram and Reels. Our attention spans has gone so low, especially kids. It's just so low that like, I went to go get popcorn for maybe 2 minutes mid-movie and I missed a major plot point. I missed pretty much the major plot point of the whole movie. And I left for like 2 minutes. My brother had to explain, yeah, this and that happened. I was like, what? How did I miss all that? That's why I applaud this movie, because even though it was so fast, you know what I'm saying, there's a lot of action, it was entertaining. And I was entertained from start to finish. So let's break down this story real quick. Okay, we all know Gru. Kid Gru, he's living his life, living his best life. He's just being a demon, being a whole menace to society in the streets. And then he fills out an application trying to get into the Villainous Six. What is the Villainous Six, you might ask? That's like the Justice League of villains in that world, and he wants to be a part of it. So he fills out his application and they let him know that they want an interview with him. My boy's psyched, my boy's happy. He goes there, and when he goes there, they pretty much say he's too young because he's a kid. So he steals this gem that's really precious to them and he dips because he's a demon, he's a menace. Pretty much he steals it, The minions lose it. He has to get it back. He finds a mentor, which is one of the previous members of the Villainous Six that they turned on. So, you know, the movie is nice. You know what I'm saying? He got a little mentor, teaches him how to be a villain. It's kind of like that good relationship. There's some kind of kung fu arc that happens with the minions. Like, the minions are doing their own thing in this movie and Gru until they come together at the end. And I'm like, all right, word. It's good. Like, Gru got his time to shine. The minions got the time to shine with their antics, but the story was cohesive. And I was expecting it to be all over the place, everywhere, and then get another $1 billion. This movie, we'll probably get another billion, let's be real. And this movie was not all over the place. It ends with a great fight scene. You know what I'm saying? The black character became a monster because we can't have a black character, but I'm not gonna, I already spoke about that. I already spoke on that. Animated movies don't have to be on the level of Toy Story or Kung Fu Panda to be fun or entertaining. You know, I had a good time and you can too. So that's why this movie changed how I see cinema altogether. This movie straight up changed my life, bro. And that is why I recommend that you actually see it. Go see it. The kids were laughing at all the other jokes, and my little brother, who usually falls asleep during movies, he actually stayed awake the whole time. Like, he actually watched the entire movie because it was so fast paced. It actually kept his attention. So just for that alone, I gotta applaud it. It did its thing. If you are a grown adult like me, should you go see this movie? I still say yes. Like, just relax. I know you're an adult, but just relax, all right, and have a good time. That's what this movie is for. If you like this review, click right here for another one. And with that said, I'll see each and every one of y'all in the next one. Peace.